Today, this country has proven to us that they hate women, people of color, LGBTQ plus members, everyone else more than they hate a literal felon.
White women are some liars. Y'all didn't vote for Kamala. Y'all said that y'all would publicly, and then behind closed doors voted for that man.
How'd Trump get more votes than he got last time? Well, here's the answer. Because people like myself, independents or moderates, the Democrats gave us no choice.
Hey, yo, to any black person that voted for Trump in this election, I just want you to know, if you experience any type of police brutality or racism, any of that, from now on, we don't care.
Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about moments in recent history. Donald Trump returned into the White House as the 47th president of the United States of America. Now I've gathered a few videos for you on how people have reacted, and these are raw and unfiltered reaction from people across America. Let's watch these videos together, and I would love to know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and give this video a like.
I can honestly and wholeheartedly say that I have never in my life wanted to make a video less than this one right now. Donald Trump has officially won Pennsylvania, which means that somehow he has once again officially won the presidency. And I think the worst part is that I can't honestly say that I'm surprised in any way. I exist on the internet every single day. I see the way that these grown men and occasionally women act when they are behind the comfort of a keyboard. I see the hate that this world harbors towards women, towards LGBTQ+, towards people of color, towards everyone who is not this mold. Today, this country has proven to us that they hate women, people of color, LGBTQ+ members, everyone else more than they hate a literal felon who has committed schmexual schmishmalt. That is how much hatred they harbor for women, and I fear that things are not going to get better. This is not moving in the direction of things becoming better. They have won the presidency, they have won the Senate, and they will probably be winning the House. The GOP will have full control to pass and do whatever they want without being stopped. And we have seen what that means. We have seen their playbooks and their projects and their plans. I genuinely do believe that we are about to witness the downfall of an entire country. We have been actively witnessing it for some time. Yes, a lot of us acknowledge that, but I truly do think we're about to speed run it, essentially. And I'm in Minnesota. I'll probably be fine for a while. I can drive up to my friends in Canada. I can figure something out, but there are so many people here who cannot, who don't have plans or the option of a plan. And they won't be okay. And I'm so worried for so many people. And I don't know what to do. I know you're going to ask me what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I tried so hard, and I feel like I failed. I feel like we all failed. And I did everything I could, and I don't know what I could have done better. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna go now. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this. Don't let my breakdown panic you. We always figure this out, and we're going to. We just have to stick together and stand strong. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I think you guys have ever actually seen me cry. And I feel this might be the first time I'm not going to cut it and try and refilm, because this is really what's happening now.
All right, I'm about to go to bed, call it. It's late, so this may be a little rambling. Donald Trump, next president of the United States, barring a huge miracle. He just didn't win. He won for fun. He won the electoral. He won the popular vote. He got more votes than last time he was president. Just a total ringing endorsement for the Republicans and Donald Trump, and an indictment against the Democrats. And that's really this rant. A lot of people are asking, how did Trump get more votes than he got last time? Well, here's the answer. Because people like myself, independents or moderates, The Democrats gave us no choice. The Democrats gave us no choice. That was the worst campaign, and their pure arrogance and their moral superiority have driven people away. If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're garbage. Enough. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's racists in the party, just like there's fucking crazy people and assholes and racists in the Democratic Party, all right? But millions and millions and millions and millions of people vote for Trump. He won clear, he won decisive. So when you call us that, and when you say that, you're calling the majority of the country racist, Hitlers, Nazis. I don't think you get the words of what that means. You are alienating all this middle ground people by acting like you're better than us, smarter than us, and frankly, insulting our intelligence. Trump's the threat to democracy. That was the entire Democratic campaign. It wasn't about policy, because everyone knew we want change. We're not happy with the borders, the Middle East, the economy, inflation. And Kamala consistently said she was no different than Joe Biden, wouldn't do anything different than Joe Biden, last person in the room. Her pitch to the people was, Trump is Hitler, Trump is bad, he's a dictator. Again, we're not stupid. The Democrats were the one who were saying Joe Biden was mentally fit for 2 years when he was a vegetable and couldn't even make it off stage from giving a speech. And the Democrats would lie to our face and say the videos were edited, altered. They weren't. Then, after the primary is over, they stage a coup, get rid of Joe, put in Kamala, and suddenly she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Same woman who ran for president got 0 votes. Same woman who can't even answer a question how she's different from Biden. Ran one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen. Just strictly, her entire campaign was fear mongering. What will Trump as a dictator? It'll be the end of democracy. It's garbage. It's garbage. The people pulling the strings in the Democratic Party, get rid of them. They've lost the plot. Tonight is on the Democrats. Congratulations, Donald Trump. I voted for him. And I felt I had no choice but to vote for him for the campaign that the Democrats ran. And it's not just white males, Hispanics. The black vote didn't come out for Kamala like they did. Again, it was a ringing endorsement for the Republicans, Trump, ringing indictment against the Democrats. They got to look themselves in the mirror. This moral superiority complex they have, this arrogance they have, it's not working. And it's time to wake up and see that. You're alienating half the country, more of it. Wake up, move on.
I am not holding back today if I hear anybody fucking celebrating Trump's victory in this fuck-ass presidential election. There is not shit to celebrate about more women fucking dying, the Department of Education getting defunded and IEPs getting taken away. Not shit funny about families getting separated. Not shit funny about more queer kids dying and suffering because they can't get the gender-affirming care that they need, or queer people in general. There's not shit to fucking celebrate. And if you're like, oh, well, he's gonna lower my taxes and it'll be cheaper to buy fucking groceries. Wrong, bitch. Fucking wrong. His fucking tariff plan will jump groceries up 20%. I thought y'all couldn't afford groceries as it is. So what are you gonna do then? His tax plan has been proven by economists, people that study the economy, people that have won Nobel Peace Prizes for this shit, have proven that his tax plan will only tank the economy just like it did fucking last time. And y'all are fucking jumping around like stupid ass seals. For what? For fucking what? If you voted independent, if you didn't vote, and if you voted Trump, fuck you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you're happy with this stupid fucking outcome.
So Donald Trump won the election. He is now the 47th president of the United States. And all I can say is that I'm just so disappointed and embarrassed. And I'm embarrassed because I wholeheartedly believed that Kamala was going to win. Matter of fact, I thought that she was going to win in a landslide. I thought that there was no way that they were going to let Donald Trump get back in office. And I'm disappointed, more so in myself, because I foolishly forgot about the fact that America hates women and they also hate black people So I was stupid to think that they were going to elect a black female president. This whole thing just felt like the biggest slap to the face, because with this election and social media, I thought that everybody was voting for Kamala because that's what I was seeing. So obviously people were lying to us. And to all the black men and women who voted for Trump, why? Why would you go do that? Like, Trump would not give you a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, so why would you go do that? Matter of fact, all POC, all women, why would you vote for Trump? He does not give a shit about y'all. He does not give a shit about your bodies. He does not give a shit about your rights. He does not care about y'all. And y'all, this feels like we're in the end times. Seriously, so y'all need to get prayed up, because I'm thinking that God's finna call us home. Because everything that's happening in the world right now is just straight up ridiculous. And I just want to end this by saying that I hope that the people that voted for Trump are happy with the decision, and I better not hear any complaining when we see what comes next.
Hey, yo, to any black person that voted for Trump in this election, I just want you to know, if you experience any type of police brutality, racism, any of that, from now on, we don't care. Don't come to us. We ain't helping. You wanted this. This is what you wanted. You want your own. Ask those other white Trump supporters to back you. We won't be there. We will not be protesting for you. We will not be sharing your story. We gonna do what the white folk do and say you deserved it. I'm sorry.
Well, Donald Trump is now our 47th president of the United States of America. This election was not even close, which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump? Personally, I'm disgusted by that. I'm disgusted enough to delete my X account. I'm disgusted enough to never order a Tesla as long as I shall live. I want to take this moment to congratulate those of you who voted for Donald Trump, which was the overwhelming majority of Americans. You chose to vote for a dictatorship, and that is what you will get. America is no longer the land of the free. You have chosen, by siding with Donald Trump, to throw our United States Constitution and our United States flag in the garbage. Personally, I am embarrassed. I am ashamed to call myself an American. In fact, I no longer call myself an American, because the values that I hold dear are being aligned with freedom, liberty, and justice. Unfortunately, those are no longer the values of the United States, as the United States has voted for a dictatorship and everything that comes with it. This country is no longer recognizable to me. I find myself surrounded by people that no longer share the same values as I do. You chose to elect a man that is a self-proclaimed dictator. Over 80% of his former staff came forward to warn us he's a fascist. Over half of the country decided to vote for a convicted felon, a man found guilty of rape, a hostile, hateful, old, senile, bitter, treasonous bigot. During his entire campaign, he never once laid out a policy, not one policy, in detail. All he spoke about were bumper sticker level, surface level ideas, concepts, with no real plan, no details whatsoever. As Americans, we deserve better than that. That's why I made over 125 videos sounding the alarm bell, saying this man does not have a plan. This man is not taking the role of being president serious. Leading economists, leading financial firms are warning us that by electing Donald Trump, our country is on course for a recession. I outlined his lies in detail, one by one. And in comparison, I outlined Kamala Harris's details with supporting evidence. But you were too brainwashed, too blinded by your own racism, misogyny, bigotry, tunnel vision. You refused to acknowledge the facts. So now, when the cost of goods, from food to clothes to cars, increase in price by 20%, that's on you. When your mother loses her Medicare benefits, that's on you. When your disabled brother loses 30% of his Social Security disability income, that's on you. When your pregnant daughter suffers a miscarriage and is being investigated for murder, that's on you. When your wife gets raped and is forced to give birth to your rapist baby, that's on you. And when they make her rapist have parental rights to co-parent with you, that's on you. When the cost of imported lumber increases by 20% and new construction becomes even more scarce, that's on you. When Donald Trump conducts his mass deportation operation, which is projected to cost Americans $379 billion, which is projected to cut our GDP by 4 to 6%, leading to a great recession, that's on you. When Trump fills his cabinet with MAGA loyalists that defund the Department for Education, the Department of Labor, the Department of Homeland Security, the EPA, that's on you. When you are no longer offered overtime pay, that's on you. When Social Security is projected to go bankrupt in 6 years under Donald Trump's plan, that's on you. When leading economists project his plan will add $5.8 trillion to the national debt, that's on you. When large publicly traded companies buy up single-family homes in residential neighborhoods, creating lifelong renters, and further increasing the price of homes, making it even harder to become a homeowner, that's on you. When corporations turn into monopolies by less restrictions through mergers and price gouging, that's on you. When Trump deregulates the EPA and pollutes our air and causes sea levels to rise, that's on you. In 4 years, when we have another election and you want to vote him out, but he refuses to leave, that's on you. Americans made it blatantly clear that they would rather incur all of this rather than have a mixed woman as their president. Shame on you. You will get what you deserve. Donald Trump's last presidency, he had the luxury of riding Obama's strong economy. However, that's not the case this time. Although our economy has been built back stronger, our economy is still very fragile. And so this time around, you will get to experience a true Donald Trump presidency. And let me tell you something, it is not going to be pretty. Part of me is actually looking forward to watching those of you who support him relentlessly suffer under his policies and become much poorer, as those of us that have accumulated wealth become much richer. However, this isn't about money for me. This is about doing what's right. It's right versus wrong. It's freedom versus dictatorship. And unfortunately, more than half of Americans chose the latter. Ironically, it is the MAGA supporters that are going to feel the effects of a Trump presidency the most. If you make in the lower 50% of all Americans, you can expect a tax increase under Donald Trump's policy. So to sum up, you voted for a dictatorship for you, your family, and your children. And this will take decades to undo. Being the land of the free, our freedom is not something to take for granted. It's something that we have fought for, our grandparents have fought for, and it's something that you literally just gave up by voting this man in. He told you what he's going to do, and you have to believe him. And unfortunately, there's no way out now. And yet, his most loyal supporters are bragging that Trump won, when in fact this is the biggest mistake of your life. This is something that your children and your children's children and your children's children will never forgive you for. Good luck to all of you.
We better hope those 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, and that small chocolate milkshake that Trump likes to eat does its job on the 78-year-old man. The average lifespan of a white male American is 76.5 years. Trump is 1.5 years past his expiration date. And honestly, that explains the orange color. He's literally spoiled milk. God, I know it's been a while, but if you can hear me, if you needed an old white person, why Queen Elizabeth II, Lord? Why not Trump? Satan, do you need directions? Meet me at a crossroad. If you need help finding him, I got you. Grim Reaper, you ain't paid him not one visit? What is he doing hiding in a pile of oranges when you come? White women are some liars. Y'all didn't vote for Kamala. Y'all said that y'all would publicly. And then behind closed doors, voted for that man. You standing strong during Black Lives Matter, begging the police to pepper spray you in the face so you could have a photo op. White people, men, Hispanics, Asians, other, 45 to 64-year-olds, the uneducated. After looking at those polls, if anybody should be against immigration, it's Black. 0 out of fucking 10.
Yeah guys, so before these elections there's been much that has been going online, and actually every party, of course, they expected to win, or every party believed that they were gonna win. And most people that were supporting Kamala Harris, they believed that she was gonna win, as this lady saying that most of the palm-colored women, they lied when they say they were gonna vote for her. They were just coming online to say and telling people they were gonna vote for her, but they didn't do that. They were just doing that for publicity. And you'll see other people are saying that Elon Musk was paying people for, for them to, he was supporting Trump in all means that he could. And those are the reaction of people from America, and actually people from other countries have reacted, which I think I should do another episode on this. But I would love to know what your thoughts are. I'd love to know, are you satisfied with the results of this election? And tell me, if you're from America, what do you think this means for America in the next 4 years? Do you think America is gonna be great again, as he says, or was America ever great before? I don't know. You guys can tell me that. Leave there. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd really love to hear. But apart from that, I've seen other melanated women that have been voted in various offices, and I'm so happy for that, which I think we'll look up into the next episode. And I would love to know what your thoughts are on the women that have been voted in offices. And also I've seen one Kenyan born and raised in the USA, who's won one state. I've forgotten the name of the state, but I'll write it here. I just saw it on social media as I was going through. But I would really want to know what your thoughts are on the comment section, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And until the next episode, thank you so much for watching, and bye.